Great empires rarely fall to invading armies. Usually, the collapse starts from within, triggered by a single, dangerous question asked by a powerful leader. We see this dynamic perfectly captured in William Shakespeare's tragedy, King Lear. The play opens with an aging monarch preparing to step down and divide his vast kingdom among his heirs. Before he hands over the crown, Lear demands something in return. He lines up his daughters and asks them a simple question: "Which of you shall we say doth love us most?" Lear is not conducting a sober political assessment of his successors. He is creating a dangerous loyalty test, designed entirely to feed his own ego and extract public admiration. His two elder daughters understand exactly what the king wants to hear. They offer grand, sweeping declarations of their absolute devotion, trading flattery for a massive inheritance. But his youngest daughter, Cordelia, takes a different approach. She refuses to exaggerate her affection, choosing instead to speak with simple, unadorned honesty. Lear is furious. He rejects Cordelia's honesty, banishes her from his court, and hands the entire kingdom over to the daughters who willingly deceived him. When powerful leaders demand performative admiration, they filter out genuine loyalty. By punishing the one person willing to speak the truth, Lear sets the stage for his own complete ruin. Western literary criticism usually frames this as a classic tragic flaw, but if we examine Lear's mistake through the lens of Indian knowledge systems, we uncover a much deeper psychological mechanism at play. This traditional Sanskrit text outlines a core philosophical concept known as Moha. Moha translates to attachment and the deep delusion that inevitably follows it. Lear is deeply attached to praise. This specific attachment acts as a cognitive blinder, completely warping his ability to accurately judge the true intentions of his own family members. Under the influence of Moha, the ego becomes so desperate for validation that it aggressively rejects and punishes anyone who presents reality as it actually is. Watch this mechanism operate. Information passing through an ego filter produces a distorted reality, while objective discernment reveals truth. Lear's ego filter blocked Cordelia's love because it lacked flattery. Simultaneously, it amplified his elder daughter's lives, perfectly matching the narrative he desperately wanted to hear. Delusion is never a passive accident. It is an active, self-inflicted blindness caused entirely by leaving our attachments unmanaged. The fallout of Lear's choice is rapid and total. The moment the elder daughters secure power, they strip him of his remaining authority, fracturing both his family and the nation. As the illusion of his daughter's devotion is violently shattered by their cruelty, the king suffers a complete psychological collapse, descending out into the storm, into madness. He loses his lands, his titles, and his crown, losses that pale in comparison to his total mental and spiritual breakdown. This reveals the play's ultimate Vedic lesson. Lear's greatest tragedy was the total loss of his internal wisdom. While he surrendered his lands and titles, the true catastrophe was the destruction of his discernment, the inevitable consequence of unmanaged attachment. Lear's story is a direct warning for anyone operating today. We face the exact same danger whenever we prioritize external validation over internal truth. The moment you become deeply attached to power, public praise, or material possessions, you risk losing your grip on reality and severely compromising the things that actually matter. Thank you for joining me today. Vande Mataram. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Ultimately, true leadership, peace, and clarity require mastering the ego and having the courage to choose the sharp discomfort of truth over the warm comfort of delusion.